Is this camera perfect? No. Is it the camera that you're probably going to bring with you every day? Yes. Are there quirks with this camera? 100%. But if you have this camera with you every day and you capture something amazing, it will stack up and pair well with any Sony mirrorless camera. Welcome back to yet another weekly video. And in this week's video, I want to keep talking about this tiny little camera, the Sony ZV-E1. With the tiny little body like this though, there are some quirks. If you've gotten used to using a pro level body, you're going to be used to having all the custom buttons, dials, switches, and joysticks to be able to move your autofocus points around within your viewfinder. You'll notice there is no viewfinder. There is a remarkable lack of custom function buttons on this little camera, and I think Sony's actually done a masterful job working around these quirks. And it really comes down to the LCD screen. I'm sure that this exists with the A9 III and the Sony A7 R5, but with my A1 it doesn't exist. And the touchscreen functionality, the ability to open the screen up, be able to look down and say, I want to toggle through my different autofocus tracking options, or I want to toggle through the different options of stabilization, etc. Like, it's all right there. You tap the screen, you swipe up, and you can even go in and change audio levels without having to dive through your menus or set up custom menus that you have to dive through. And I really like the ability just to go in, tap the screen, change the things that I need to change. It's actually quite quick, and I find that works quite well for me. The other thing that I hadn't anticipated was how much I was going to love the low light capability of this camera. The A1 does well in low light, however, being able to shoot in 12,800 ISO, that has been a game changer, especially in the video side of things, and I couldn't be happier with that ability because it's almost like being able to see in the dark while you're shooting video. And that has been a pleasant surprise, especially when we went to the cenotes and we were in that really low light, cavernous situation. The camera performed so well, punching way above its pay grade. All things considered, I've really been finding myself enjoying using this camera on a day-to-day basis. And I'm really looking forward to creating more content with this camera over the next few months, because it's honestly becoming the camera that I'm gravitating towards because it's so easy to use, it's so fast to use, the functionality is really quick to move through, and that's been something that I wasn't expecting, and I'm pleasantly surprised by. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, please give it a big thumbs up. If you have any feedback for me, please leave that down in the comments below. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please consider doing so, and I'll see you next week. Here we go.